Hi everyone, I've got another drugstore tutorial for you guys here today. After last month's Katy Perry tutorial, it was requested for me to do a Lauren Conrad look, so that is what I'm going to do for you today. I've gone for a neutral lip, and then I'm going to show you how to take it from day to night by sporting a red lip, which Lauren loves to wear to kind of spice up her look. So I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I'm going to start by applying primer. The primer that I'm going to use is the Vivo primer. Now you can get this in Tesco, it's really inexpensive. It's a gel type primer. I think MAC do one quite similar to this. And Gosh as well. That's just an optional step for you guys, but if you want to use a primer, that's definitely one that I would recommend if you're on a budget. Foundation wise, I'm actually going to use a BB cream, and this is the #7 one. It's the Beautiful Skin one. I would recommend going for the normal to oily one. A lot of BB creams are quite tacky on the skin. I was actually sent the wrong one, and I'm so glad that I was sent the wrong one, because I definitely recommend kind of going up a step to the normal to oily even if you're slightly dry, because just by its nature it's quite tacky, so it means that it just gives you a nicer finish on the skin. Mine's in medium, but just before I use this I'm actually going to use a bit of concealer under my eyes and just on a couple of blemishes, just to, you know, even the skin out before I put that on, because the concealer is quite a bit lighter than that. The first concealer I'm just going to use on blemishes, and it's the Bourjois concealer stick. This is their newest concealer, and I don't like concealer sticks, but this one is an exception. I was really surprised actually, because I don't usually like this kind of format for concealer. Format? I don't know. I don't usually like them anyway, but I do like this. I'm just going to put that on a couple of blemishes. Nothing major. And then I just have a little bit of discoloration here, and I will just blend that in. Under my eyes I'm actually going to use another one by Bourjois. You could just use the same one, but since I've got two and this is a rollerball, I just find it works a little bit better under the eyes, and I prefer that one for blemishes. Like I said, you can use this on blemishes as well. I just thought I would show you the different ones. This one's the Bio Detox, which came out quite a while ago now, but I really liked the foundation in this, and I like the concealer as well, and it's got a metal rollerball. It's quite cooling under the eyes. Just kind of roll it under the eyes a little bit. I look like a warrior. This is similar to the Garnier one, but this provides a lot more coverage. I'm just going to pat this in and blend it in. It's really brightened up the under eye area, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply the BB cream. And I like to apply this a little bit at a time and blend it in with my fingers, and you can always add more. So I'm just going to take that and blend this into my skin. And just like you would a moisturiser, really. It brings out the skin tone a little bit, but you can still see freckles through it and things like that, which I like, especially for a look like Lauren Conrad. She has a flawless like kind of complexion, but I think you can achieve that with concealer and a lighter coverage foundation. You can always swap this for, you know, a sheerer foundation or a medium coverage if you usually go for full, and just use concealer on the areas that you actually need it. And now that's all blended in, I really like this BB cream. It's definitely the high street BB cream that I would recommend. And I'm not going to powder the skin, but if you do have particularly oily skin, you could always kind of just powder along the T-zone. A really great translucent powder that isn't too expensive is the Fashionista Shine Stopper, but like I said, I'm going to skip that step because my skin is a little bit dry. I'm taking the Vivo brow palette, and I'm using the little gel that comes with it. I've used this a lot in videos, and I think it's been in my favourites videos and things. Really great eyebrow kit if you don't want to spend a fortune. Just take any angled brush, and I just go for the darkest shades because my eyebrows are actually black, but I just feel like sometimes filling them in with a black shade is just way too harsh. I always go for a lighter shade. And Lauren Conrad's eyebrows are defined, but they're not too heavy, so I'm just going to literally just fill them in, and it just makes the tiniest bit of difference. It just kind of evens the shape out and everything, but it's not too harsh. It's not a very defined look, so don't go crazy, because it is a very natural look that she kind of goes for. So that's just a little bit more definition. It just kind of brings a little bit more structure to your face. Next, I'm going to contour, and she has a very bronzed, sun-kissed look, but it isn't too much. But I'm just going to contour a little bit just to give a little bit of definition, because I do have quite a round face. And I'm going to use the Sleek contour kit that you can pick up in Superdrug, really inexpensive. And it's got a nice matte shade, which is difficult to come by on the high street sometimes. I'm going to take this on a domed contour brush, and I'm going to go from the top of my ear, and you see where this shadow kind of is when my cheek goes in. We're just going to emphasise that and take it down. Take that down and swirl that in. One bit of advice is never to use a shimmery colour to contour. a really shimmery bronzer, because I just think that looks awful. When the light hits it, it just looks terrible. And blend, because there's nothing worse than someone turning to the side and you just kind of look dirty if it's not really blended. Blended that in, I'm just going to take what's left on the brush and just do here, just kind of along the jawline. I don't always do this, but it just helps to sculpt your face a little bit. If Lauren Conrad wears a blusher, she either opts between like a really dusky tan pink or an actual like more of a tanned colour and just bronzer. I'm actually going to use a blush, but you could just use your bronzer and take it over your cheeks. But I will use a sculpting blush, which is one of the Make Me Blush blushes from Look Beauty, shade number 5, and it's this dusky colour. I'm actually going to take that on a duo fibre brush because I want it to be really subtle and blend right into the bronzer that we're going to apply. I'm just going to take that and really swirl it and buff it in all the way, kind of up the cheekbones. It is matte and it is quite bronzy, so it's not going to look crazy like you've got blusher all the way up your cheeks, and it's really subtle here, so I'm not even sure if the camera's going to pick this up, but it is a lovely colour if you want to look like you've just caught a bit of sun and you don't actually have any blusher on. Zoom that up a little bit. Not the blush if you like kind of obvious blushes, but really great for this kind of look. And I'm going to use one of my all-time favourite bronzers, and definitely my favourite drugstore or inexpensive bronzer. That is the Bourjois chocolate bronzer. I have this in number 52. I believe it comes in 2 shades. But I love this bronzer. You can see mine has been well loved. You can really just apply this all over your face and not worry about it because it's not shimmery. It's just a perfect colour for me. And I know a lot of other people like this. I'm just going to apply a fine dusting of this where I would catch the sun kind of on the forehead, down the centre of your nose. And we've already contoured, so we don't really need to go crazy, but just kind of over the face. This is the point where you want to get your neck as well, because we don't like two-tone. It's not a good look. I'm going to add a little bit of the highlighter from the Sleek Contour Kit. Now, I always feel like Lauren looks dewy and naturally highlighted. She doesn't look like she's wearing a lot of powder products, but I'm just going to use a tiny bit on the same brush we used the blusher on, so it's just a very fine dusting of it. I'm going to prime the eyes with an MUA eyeshadow primer. This is amazing. I'm actually using this instead of the Urban Decay Primer Potion now. I'm just going to curl my lashes because I like doing this first. I'm actually going to take this, which is a shimmer brick. Now this is similar to the Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks. It's actually by 17 and it's called Instant Glow, and you can use this, I guess, if you like shimmery bronzers. You could use it as a bronzer, you could use it as a highlighter, but I'm actually going to use the shades separately as eyeshadow. I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush with this lightest shade. I'm going to take that all over the lid. I'm just going to take a blending brush and this just slightly darker shade here. I don't want it to be too heavy, it's just a little bit of extra definition, nothing too much. Now that we've done that, we need to do the liquid line. I'm using a L'Oreal Superliner Perfect Slim. I'm going to draw a thin line along the lash line. Use it on its side to do the lash line. Gosh, my hand that's holding the mirror is like shaking. Must be hungry. Make it a little tiny bit thicker as you go out. Lauren has a really gentle flick. Now I've done the line, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara, and I'm going to use the N07 Fanomenal Lashes. I'm just going to go ahead and apply mascara on the upper and the lower lashes. So now we've got the mascara done, the last thing we need to do is lips. And I've actually got 2 lip options for you. One is Lauren's natural daytime look and the other one is something she goes for on a night. I've actually got 3 products to show you, so for the nighttime you've got kind of 2 options. First thing is a nude lip, and I mean I feel like everybody knows how to do a nude lip. My personal recommendation for her kind of look would be the Barry M Toffee lip gloss. That's what that looks like. It's not really intense. She tends to go for more of a brownie, deeper pink nude than a concealer lip type look, because obviously she goes for more of a natural finish. If we were to go to nighttime, she does often wear a red lip. That's kind of her classic thing, is neutral eyes and a red lip. This one is the Lanolips, and this is available in Boots. This is a tinted lip balm, but it's very pigmented. It's going to get my lip brush and I will show you what it looks like. Great for people who are a little bit afraid of red lips or taking the colour too matte or full on your lips. So It is still pigmented, as you can see. That's one option for bringing colour to the lips, and I really like these. Even the intimidating colours you can sheer out. They do have a great pigmentation for tinted lip balms, and you've also got the moisturising benefits. The other option would be an actual red lipstick. This is by Vivo. You can get it in Tesco, and it's a real true red. It's a really lovely colour and it's called Red Red. I'll show you what this looks like on. That is the finished Lauren Conrad evening look. This gave you some ideas and some good product recommendations. Let me know if you've tried any of the products below, and don't forget to let me know who you'd like to see next for this kind of drugstore challenge, because this was a suggestion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye!